guys, Coach Carney here with Bathurst Strength Conditioning. Today we're going to look on running form. To start off with, if you experience any pain when you're running, that's generally a bad sign, and if you try to incorporate these tips that we're about to show you and they don't quite fix anything, go see a health professional, sort out that issue. Pain isn't good, you're not supposed to run through it. It's a sign that something's wrong and not working properly in your body, okay? But today we're going to go over a couple of tips to improve the efficiency and your posture while you're running, so your stride works well and your performance increases in there, and you should be able to run healthily and for longevity. So try out these few tips coming up. The first thing to focus on is what your torso is doing while you're running. A nice general cue is to have a tall posture and to be looking up at the trees. To be able to do this, you should feel comfortable and feel like someone's pulling your hair upwards towards the sky. You're in a nice neutral position through here. Another good way to do that is try and look above where you're running and not look down too low so you're tilted over. So that's to do with your upper body here. With where your hips want to sit, try and have somewhat of a posterior tilt with your hips. This is to help out the extension of your hips as you're running. If you have your hips all the way back here, you have to move all the way forward for each stride to get that extension through the hips. If they're already in that position, more efficient, less energy that you need for each and every step. And you do a lot of steps when you're running, so if each one's just a little bit better, it'll equal quite a bit down the track. So a nice tall posture, look at the trees, hips rotated a little bit forward. If your hips are a bucket, try and tilt water out the back of them. And lastly, with that posture bit, try and land with your foot. It almost, when you're running, it feels like your feet are sort of behind you. You want to try to be landing your foot strike just underneath you. Very important point, just to keep that efficient, load through your forefoot as well. So if it's just underneath you, it feels like you're running behind you, short, sharp little steps, and also light steps along the ground, so you don't want to be slapping down and forcing and jolting through there. It should equal a nice, efficient stride and stroke for each step. Tall posture, hips rotated underneath, land with your foot just underneath you. It should feel like you're sort of falling forward for most of the run. And that should help you quite a bit in your stride efficiency. The second thing, what your foot and what your ankle is doing. So we're trying to land it just underneath us, under our center of mass here. You want to try, you'll be reaching out with a pointed foot, landing underneath you and allowing your Achilles to do its job of creating some tension through there so it can release that tension, have a nice, short, sharp, efficient stroke. So where you're trying to land and what you should feel when you're running is this part of your foot. Your heel doesn't do the work. Nike designed that shoe with a big cushion underneath the heel because they thought landing with your heel was the best thing for you. It's not. It puts through a lot of strain through your knee and through your hip on each and every stride that you do. So try and land through the forefoot in there, and as you roll over, pushing off and allowing that Achilles to do its job, nice and efficient stroke. So just underneath you on that forefoot through there. You want to try to run lightly, and you should feel that your heel might touch, but there's no pressure through there. If you don't have your headphones in, it shouldn't be too loud for each foot as well. So, laying on the front, point forward a little bit, roll onto it, and push off. Okay, let your ankle do some work, and let your Achilles do some work through there. Don't land on your hip. Big point. Try those out. So guys, incorporate those main tips next time you're into your run. Play around with that technique. Should equal better performance. You should feel better running. The point of running is to run again. So you don't want to try to run through pain. It should equal much better performance for you. Try it out, and I'll see you next time.